Welcome to another edition of Ducks No Sports. This week, we're talking about the NFL Championships Sunday. Of course, the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game going down this Sunday. Should be a good one with four good teams, and any four of the teams have a legitimate shot to win this year's Super Bowl. So we're going to tell you who's going to the Super Bowl. Our first matchup is the NFC Championship game at 3 o'clock on Fox. Of course, that is the San Francisco 49ers, led by their hot new QB Kaepernick, going to the Georgia Dome to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Should be a good one. Both teams coming off a very, very impressive and interesting weeks last week. Start with San Fran. Wow. Did Kaepernick take his game to another level last week or what? Nothing. Green Bay couldn't do nothing. This kid really showed poise in the playoffs, something I said last week I thought was struggled with against Green Bay. How would he respond in a big moment, in a playoff game? And he came to play last week. So many huge runs. Over 100 yards passing, 100 yards running. If he does that every game, you're going to be the best QB in the league. This kid really showed that he can be a good player. And this defense played well. They got after Aaron Rodgers all day. And I know this defense has given up the last 3 to 4 games, have given up 30-plus points. But I still believe in this defense, and I still believe this team is still very good. And if they can duplicate what they did last week, there is no question they can win the Super Bowl this year. So impressive. But it's going to be different this week. Last week they're at home. This week they got to take that to the road and to Atlanta team who, what an up and down game that was. The first half looked like they had it on lock. Matt Ryan playing great. Tony Gonzalez getting involved. Looked like it's no doubt his first playoff win. They run the ball. Turner was taken to another level. Rodgers was getting it done. Their defense was getting it. Wilson couldn't do anything in the first half. It looked like Atlanta was just going to roll. And then you just saw, they gave Seattle an inch. And they took that inch and they almost came all the way back to win, even taking the lead, with less than 2 minutes to go there. But Atlanta, Matt Ryan showing the poise that he's done all year, which is leading his team back to victory. And that's exactly what he did last week. And for Atlanta to be successful this week, they will need to continue to run the ball with Turner and Rodgers. And on defense, it looks like John Abraham will be ready to go, which is huge because they're going to need him to be good before they have any chance to stop Kaepernick this week. And they'll need to control the running game. They did a very good job last week in keeping Lynch under control. They'll have to do the same thing this week. But when it's all said and done, at home in Atlanta, maybe one of the biggest games in the history of the Falcons or organization. I think it's going to be tough. I think San Francisco going from west to east is going to affect them. I think it's going to be a big thing. It's not a 1 o'clock start, it's a 3 o'clock start, so it won't affect them as much. But I still think that will affect them. And I just think Atlanta Falcons, they're going to show, I think, the poise. I think this is a different group than it's been the last few years. They've been known chokers, but I really like the Atlanta Falcons this year. I think they get it done. I think they can. I think they'll be able to run the ball, and they can keep Frank Gore under control. I think they'll have a great chance. I think they will, and I like the Atlanta Falcons to go on to win this game and go to the Super Bowl. And our next one, the AFC Championship game between the Baltimore Ravens, still led by Ray Lewis. Is this his last game? Could be because they're playing the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Start with Baltimore. Wow. So many times last week against Denver, it looked like they were out, but they just kept coming back. They kept swinging back, and eventually they came back to win that game. And Joe Flacco, say what you want about Joe Flacco. I've been Joe Flacco's biggest fan, but even I was very impressed on what he did last week. Joe Flacco getting it done in the playoffs. And again, but this team will only win by doing one thing. They have to keep Tom Brady off the field this week. That means you have to see a lot of Ray Rice this week on their defensive line, very ready to play. Because the New York Giants show the blueprint of how to beat the New England Patriots, which is get Tom Brady on his butt and make sure he can't do anything. And if you can run the ball, as good the Ravens can, they will have a chance this week. But it might not matter because the New England Patriots are just on a whole different level right now. I know Kronk goes down last week, but he was out for the end of the season and it didn't affect them then. So I really don't think it'll affect them in this game. And I think New England has a really good chance to win this game. I really like them this week. Tom Brady, if Tom Brady can do what Tom Brady does, which is find all these unnamed receivers open all the time. And let's face it, the Baltimore defense isn't what it used to be. And, I hate to say it, but I think this is the end of the line for Ray Lewis, as I believe the New England Patriots get it done this week at home against the Baltimore Ravens and go on to Super Bowl 47. So, to recap, I like the Atlanta Falcons to take on New England Patriots in this year's Super Bowl. Should be going. If that happens, it'll be very interesting with a lot of great storylines. But we'll see if that happens. But till next time, I'm your Dux saying I'm Dux. I know sports. Kind of.